Hey guys, Uncommon Ramen here. We're gonna do another TCG Tuesday, and I am sorry that I missed it last week. There's just a lot going on. Because we now have Innistrad Midnight Hunt, and it will be launching this coming Friday, as of the filming of this video. So we're gonna jump into a set booster box, and then at the very end we'll do a pre-release kit open, just to keep it exciting. I don't want to go into too much detail here. We're just going to kind of jump in there. Let me get the shrink wrap off this guy. So Innistrad Midnight Hunt brings back certain mechanics, and in a more clean form in the case of nighttime versus daytime. I cannot find a way to get into this thing. Which was very similar to the first launch of the werewolf transformation mechanic, except that it didn't have a name designation, which means that these werewolves operate slightly differently because they reference nightbound versus daybound, which means that if a card references nightbound or daybound, they will be affected in this, but they won't affect the original Innistrad werewolves. There is a couple other mechanics in here we're looking at, Coven, as well as I believe one other one, and we should be seeing some flashback cards in here, and flashback hasn't been brought back to us in a long time, but that's just part of the regular power creep in trading card games like this. So it's interesting to see flashback come back, but I welcome it. Just jump in. These are set boosters. They won't have draft boosters available until the actual release date. So, that's how that goes. Let me see. I didn't check to see how they seeded these. We got a foil there. Okay, so got our artwork card. And this is beautiful. Holy cow. I didn't know they were going to do the full art lands in here. So these are the full art black and white lands for Innistrad. Got some commons going on here. I don't want to jump too long into these guys. Got some uncommons. A very cool alternative border for Outland Liberator. 2? What? Are they both foil? Or neither of them foil? I can't even tell. They were back to back with each other. Interesting. Oh, and they change into frenzied trap breakers. And then we have our uncommon Village Watch. Very nice. Followed by Lord of the Forsaken. So we're just going to start this off with a Mythic right here. Sacrifice another creature, target player mills 3 cards, pay 1 life to add 1 colorless mana. You can only spend this to cast cards from your graveyard. Interesting. In our foil slot, we got Search Party Captain. And then we have what I was referencing earlier, the day-bound and night-bound mechanic, because the werewolves in this set, as you can see right here, will actually reference the keyword daybound and nightbound, which gives them a little bit more versatility as far as when they can activate versus the original concept, which was very rigid to the casting no spells and casting your opponent casting 2 spells on their turn. Right, next up we have ourselves another art card, and these just really beautiful lands. Full art, black and white, just very cool. Set those aside. Some commons and uncommons. I'm assuming one of these slots is the alternative border slot. And I'm assuming also that this alternative border slot is going to belong to creatures that transform. So that's another one of those. Hound Tamer. Vengeful Strangler. Well, actually, since we're on it, Hound Tamer turns into Untamed Pup. Vengeful Strangler turns into Strangling Gasp. And as you can see, we have yet another Mythic with the first 2 packs, Tainted Adversary. So we'll just put that guy up here. Our foil is Secrets of the Key. And then we have a bird token. Innistrad, I won't say that I was super excited about. So we got a list card. Because I'm tired of going back to the same planes. It's interesting to see, and I don't know if it's a joke or if it's just a secret lair or whatever it is, but they're finally deciding to go back to Kamigawa, which is great. Oh, are these spot gloss? Oh, these lands are spot gloss. That is so cool. Well, not all of them are. This plains wasn't. Are they? Or is it just very subtle? Well, on the swamp, it's not subtle at all. You can see that spot gloss. That is just really cool. I like that detail right there. Okay, we're gonna go into our commons and uncommons. These are connected, so there's some reason or purpose that they have them in here the way they have them. And then we have a commander slot rare here, Curse of Obsession, followed by our alternative border, which I'm assuming all the alternative borders here are going to be transform cards. So we got the Baneblade Scoundrel. I'm going to pull this off camera so I'm not spoiling it for you guys. But then we have the Baneclaw Marauder, followed by Overwhelmed Archivist, also pulling that off camera so we can see the Archive Haunt. And then our rare in this slot is Augur of Autumn, which has the Coven mechanic, but this is, again, not a keyword, it's just a something that will be for this set and then go away. Windborn Muse is our list card. That's not a bad card, not a great card. It would have been better if it was Seedborn Muse, but, you know, not terrible. That was our list cards. Throw that with the commander stuff. I haven't had much luck with the list. I have a buddy, oh, there's another list card, who pulled a Cavern of Souls, and I'm just like, that's so crazy. But me, I'm not so lucky in that in those attempts. So another Spot Gloss Swamp. We got ourselves Larder Zombie. Some more commons and uncommons that I'm just gonna race through here. Sorry guys. Tireless Hauler, we'll pull this guy off for a Dire Strain Brawler, and then underneath that we have another Outland Liberator, which becomes the Trap Breaker. And then underneath that we have a Spellrune Painter. So this had 3 alternative borders. Spellrune Painter becomes the Spellrune Howler. And behind that we have yet another Mythic. So I've pulled 3 Mythics in 4 packs so far. Not bad. Intrepid Adversary. White was very strong in this set. There's a lot of really great cards in white. I don't know if it's strong enough to run mono yet, but it definitely pairs well with both red and white, with the other cards in the other standard slots. So looking at some pretty cool interaction from white. And then we have ourselves a foil Evolving Wild. Okay, I guess. It's a pretty card. And then our list card is going to be Shambling Shell, which is just it's an card. We're going to put that over here, and that will just go with the commons. I didn't know how they were going to... Oh, dang, we got another list card. This is just a weird box. Alright, our art card. Our Spot Gloss? Yeah, Spot Gloss Mountain. I didn't know how they were going to do, or how they were going to handle the black and white lands like this, but I'm really happy that they made them so available. I like having alternative choices for my lands. Alright, we have Shady Traveler, who is Menace and Daybound, and then we're going to flip this guy around. Turns into a Stalking Predator. It's funny, in this set, they finally decided to make some black werewolves, despite previously the first ever werewolf printed was black. Dawn Heart Rejuvenator. Okay, we'll pull that guy off, and oh, got 3 day bounce. Oh, this guy doesn't transform. It's just a alternative art. Not bad. Tavern Ruffian, however, does transform, so we're going to take a look at that guy. Tavern Smasher. Followed by Denick, Pious Apprentice. Oh yeah, I guess white could pair well with blue as well. I didn't even think about those combinations, and of course we have a new Teferi, so why shouldn't they? So that's our rare, and then in our foil slot we have a Bird Admirer, which we know turns into a Wing Shredder. And then we have one of these. This isn't a list card. Oh, I've been lied to. Okay. I guess that's a good answer to modal double-sided cards. Okay. So this could either be a list card or one of those modal double-sided cards. We shall never know. We got a mountain. Yeah, I think it is all spot gloss. You can kind of see that shine as it goes along the edge there. Maybe if let me just check the planes again. Oh, it is. You could just barely tell because of the white. Nice. Super excited about those. Okay, so we're going to do our commons and uncommons. Like I said, there was a lot of really good white cards in this, but again, I don't know if it will pair or if it'll be solo worthy. Shady Traveler, which we already know, transforms into Stalking Predator, followed by Morning Patrol and Morning Apparition, followed by Tireless Hauler and Dire Strain Brawler. And our rare is Curse of Surveillance, followed by Path of the Festival. Put that aside. And it was, in fact, a list card. It's a Memnite. One of the few zero-cast artifact creatures up there with Ornithopter, Shield Sphere, and Phyrexian Walker. So that's pretty cool. Put that guy over here. Mirrodin Besieged, I believe. I'm not really sure what the big hits here. Obviously, I would assume Teferi. The new red-green werewolf, Tarval or Torvaral or whatever his name is. That's definitely one that I'd like to pull. But that's because I'm a sucker and I built a red-green werewolf commander deck, knowing that the werewolf mechanic is so bad. Harvesttide Infiltrator, which turns into Harvesttide Assailant, 4/4 trample. Then we have our Tavern Ruffian. We all know that that turns into Tavern Smasher. Ambitious Farmhand, who has Coven, and this guy transforms into Seasoned Cathar. Very cool. Our rare is Hallowed Respite. Another blue-white rare. This guy's got the flashback. Our foil is Jack-o'-lantern. And did we say... No, this isn't a list card. So we're just going to move right into our nice little human token there. This is coming out right as we hit the very end of September. So we're getting into that holiday, the Halloween holiday season. So I guess it's appropriate that they have the Jack-o'-lanterns. It is also Innistrad, so what can I say? Oh, that's so cool. I'm a really big fan of these guys. They just look really beautiful. The art is just incredible. Okay, we got a stuffed bear. Followed by some more commons and uncommons. I'm not going to look too much into these. In our Graveyard Trespasser, in our alternative border slot, this is a rare. Turns into a Graveyard Glutton. Very nice. We also have a normal bordered Shady Traveler, which turns into Stalking Predator. And then we have another alternative border Tavern Ruffian, which turns into the Tavern Smasher. And then our rare is the Dire Strain Rampage, which is really great. Also, again, with that flashback going on there. So that's very cool. And then in our foil slot, we got the Blood Tithe Collector. Not sure how they seed these. Seems... Let's see, I've opened how many packs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna say these set boosters are actually totally not worth it anymore. Used to be that you'd get close to the same amount as you would get in a normal draft box set as far as rares, but now we're getting basically 1 for 1. That's terrible. Forest. Some commons and uncommons. Fangblade Brigand, who turns into Fangblade Eviscerator. Not bad. Then we have a Hound Tamer, who turns into a Untamed Pup. Then we have a Dawnheart Mentor, and it does not transform. It's just a alternative border. I wonder if they did it for all of the Nightbound, Daybound, and all of the Coven stuff. It's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Alright, we have a Death Bonnet Sprout, which turns into a Death Bonnet Hulk. And then our rare is the Patrician Geist. And our foil is Seize the Storm. It's cool art. Not a list card. No! Yeah, I'm gonna say that these set boosters became less worth it when they decided to lessen the amount of rares that you were able to pull. Half the fun of set boosters was being able to pull multiple rares. Forest. Let me make the mistakes. Go out and buy singles, kids. Don't buy these booster boxes. Yep, commons and uncommons. We're just gonna pop through these guys. Into our alt border, Bird Admirer. We already know what that looks like on the back. We have our Ecstatic Awakener. This one actually we haven't seen, so we're just gonna flip that guy right over. Awoken Demon. And then that is followed by a Geist Flame Reservoir. Whoa. And our foil in our slot here is the Lambholt Harrier. Not a werewolf, just a regular wolf. That aside, we got ourselves a Devil Token. Guess I won't be buying any more set boosters. It's just not worth it anymore. Alright. Got a Swamp. Very nice. Just sift through these real quick. Field of Ruin. Got reprinted. Fading Hope. Bird Admirer. Bait Hook. Sorry, Bait Hook. Bait Hook Angler. Rare, the Celestus. Not a bad card. Not a bad card. I like this. This could actually be really useful with werewolves, since there's such an issue with getting them to transform, or stay transformed for that matter. The Celestus, I like that. And it's an artifact. Foil, Pax Betrayal. Poor Arlen. Tovalar took her pack. Alright, we've got our forest, commons and uncommons. Village Watch, which turns into Village Reavers. Followed by Harvestide Infiltrator, which we already know turns into Harvestide Assailant. Followed by Fangblade Brigand, which turns into Fangblade Eviscerator. And that is followed by Loon Arc Veteran, who, for his disturb cost, can turn into Luminous Phantom. And then our rare here is Suspicious Stowaway. A blue werewolf? What? Who turns into, let me just pull that off camera, a Seafaring Werewolf. That's rather scary. Okay, we'll move on from there. Oh, we got, okay. Alright, we got another rare. So that's the first pack that I'm aware, or maybe the second pack that has 2 rares in it. We have an Alternative Border, which looks really great in foil. Tovalar's Huntmaster. He starts out as 6/6. What does he turn into? 7/7. Tovalar's Pack Leader. Beautiful. No list card yet. Next up, got a Plains. Famished Foragers. We'll just get through these commons and uncommons. Smack Dab Burly Breaker. Burly Breaker turns into Dire Strain Demolisher. Ward 3. Nice. Nice. That brings us to Flame Channeler, who does transform into Embodiment of Flame. They're really, I think it's really cool that they're exploring the transform mechanic and everything, beyond that of the werewolves in this. So it's actually pretty cool. Next up we have Covetous Castaway, who transforms into Ghostly Castigator. And is that a, yeah, so that one's for the disturb cost. And then our rare here is Adeline Resplendent Cathar. And then our foil here is Homestead Courage. And our, oh, it is a list card. It was Cradle Guard. So that's pretty cool. Cradle Guard. Old Urza Saga Uncommon. With Trample and Echo. Oh, the days of Echo. Ooh, a foil one. Very nice. That's really pretty in foil. Not gonna lie. Right. Commons and uncommons. We got our Candlegrove Witch, followed by a Dawnheart Rejuvenator. Neither of these transform. A Baithook Angler, which just becomes a Hook Haunt Drifter. And then our rare is an Angel Fire Ignition. Foil is Morkrut Behemoth. And a token. No, not a token. Just garbage. Woo, more garbage. There's only 30 packs in a set booster, and half the appeal to the set booster was, despite the fact that it was only 30 packs, you got quite a few rares in them beyond that of what you would get in a set booster box. So we got a signed art card here. Very nice. So the fact that they've definitely reined back on that is rather disappointing, because it makes the set boosters totally not worth it. And if I were you and I was watching this video, I would completely avoid buying the set boosters, because at this point it is still much more worth buying draft booster boxes. You're just guaranteed more value at this point. I mean, I guess at this point the only appeal left is the set, or is the list cards, and the chance of pulling a list card that's actually decent is so small. Candlegrove Witch. Baneblade Scoundrel, which transforms into Baneclaw Marauder. Then we have Bird Admirer, which we already know it transforms into. Then we got our Wake to Slaughter as our rare. Very nice. And then in our foil slot, we have Harvesttide Infiltrator. This one I want to show because it's nice in foil. Harvesttide Assailant. Oof, that's nice. Token is a zombie. It's a very mean-looking zombie. Next up, let's see. I've pulled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got about 2 more list cards at best. And as per usual, I pulled junk in the list card slot there. Mountain. Commons and uncommons. Dawnheart Wardens. Hound Tamer. Ecstatic Awakener. Rockfall Veil. Enters play tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands, so it's another check land type thing. Only a lot less restrictive. Really like that. That's really nice, actually. And our foil slot is a Downyard Amalgam. And then another Day and Night Tracker. I certainly hope that my pre-release kit is somewhat exciting, because this has not been that exciting. Got a Swamp. Ooh, it's a foil Swamp? Oof. We gotta show that guy off. So pretty. Look at that beautiful prism. Alright, commons and uncommons, blah, 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 blah. Tireless Hauler. Tireless Hauler. Shady Traveler. And then our rare, Sigarda's Splendor. I'm telling you, they did a lot for white here. Our foil is an Organ Hoarder. Is he? It just feels very weird. And then our token here is a zombie. Let me know what you think about the set. I wasn't horribly impressed, but then again, I'm a bias against Innistrad. I'm just not... Never really thought the Innistrad sets were all that strong. Well, I mean, obviously, we had some Emrakul action, but... bleh. It was boring. Why do we gotta bring the, Eldrazi into everything? Commons and uncommons. Harvesttide Infiltrator. Our rare here is a Reckless Stormseeker. Has a transform. It turns into what? He turns into a Stormcharge Slasher. I have a feeling there's a lot to do here with the fact that Emrakul's locked in that moon, but Rotten Reunion is our foil, and then a garbage card. Another zombie. Very cool. Another foil swamp. These foil swamps, though, they look so amazing. I am just saying, that is impressive foiling. Alright, we're going to go through our commons and uncommons. Got ourselves a Bird Admirer. A Tavern Ruffian. A Tireless Hauler. And our rare is Croaking Counterpart. It is just terrifying looking. Create a token that's a copy of target non-frog creature, except it's a 1/1 green frog. Oh, that's... and it has flashback? That's actually not that bad. That's a rare. Beloved Beggar, and this one actually turns into Generous Soul. And then we have a blue-white zombie. Terrifying. Another island here. This is a really beautiful looking island. Some commons and uncommons. We have a Commander Rare, Visions of Duplicity. Followed by a Tavern Ruffian. A Gale Drifter, and we'll go ahead and look at that transform card. It is a Whale Drifter. That's funny. Our rare is a Deserted Beach. Another one of the check lands. Very nice. I do really like these check lands. The check for 2 or more other lands is really, really simple. It doesn't have to be whatever lands they represent, and it doesn't have to be basic. So that's really great. Inside standard, it's really great. Outside standard, it's a really good land. I don't know if they did the full cycle of 10, but whatever they did in here, I'm sure that in Blood Vow they will bring in the other ones and they'll be amazing. And our foil slot, we have a Harvest Tide Sentry. Got a... Why do all their oozes look exactly the same? It's crazy. Oh, you know what? Wow, this just doesn't want to open. I might actually have more list cards in here than I thought, because this is a Commander Rare and that's a Commander Rare. We only opened 4, so I should have about 2 to 3 more list cards to pull. Got ourselves some art there, and then we got the Spot Gloss Mountain. I like the new art for the Duress. I really did enjoy the old art though, so I'll still probably use the old art. Commons and uncommons. Oh, very interesting. So here we have Dennick, the Pious Apprentice, in a spot gloss alternative art. More akin to that of the lands that we've been pulling. And that's a rare, so that's nice. And then we have Shady Traveler, followed by Lunarch Veteran. And our rare is a Briar Bridge Tracker. And then in our foil slot, we have Famished Foragers. Enters the battlefield if opponent lost life this turn. Wow, that's not bad. Oh, we had a list card. Oh my god, I can't believe they did that again. This is such a waste of a list card slot. Why do I always get these? Strixhaven is still legal. Wizards, stop doing that. This is not okay. Holy cow. That is such a garbage waste of a pull. If I wanted to pull that, I would just open Strixhaven boosters. And they think it's okay. That's neat. Forest. Love the trees on that. Commons and uncommons. I would say in total this is a pretty disappointing box. I liked how it started with a lot of mythics, but the mythics were nothing that I thought was all that great. And to be honest with you, they're just taking up slots that could be useful elsewhere. Our rare in here is Memory Deluge. Foil in here is Crossroads Candle Guide. And a bat token. Got Got a Forest. Commons and uncommons. We got a Harvest Tide, Infiltrator, Burly Breaker, Flame Channeler, and a rare, Vidric Astral Archmage. Some more love for Izzet. In our foil, we have a Fangblade Brigand. Wonder what that looks like in foil on the back. Fangblade Eviscerator. Did I already get one of these? So pretty. That art is really nice. We got ourselves one of those. I think we have about 1 to 2 more list cards. Unfortunately, we had the disappointment of pulling a standard legal card in our list, which just doesn't make any darn sense. Island. Commons and uncommons. Ooh, nice! Jadar Ghoulcaller of Nephalia. Oh, the spot gloss. The spot gloss on this looks really incredible. It's got like a purple thing going on up here. It's pretty cool. That's followed by... Ooh, 2 in the same pack. 2 in the same pack. Really nice. Lisa, Forgotten Archangel. This one is actually not a bad card. Not bad at all. Alright, we got ourselves a Dawnheart Rejuvenator. And then a Tireless Hauler. And our rare in here is going to be Curse of Leeches, which does transform. Into what? Into Leeching Lurker? What? An enchantment turns into a lifelink 4/4. That's really interesting. And then our foil in here was a rare. So that pack had 4 rares. I don't know why it took so long, but that pack had 4 rares. And this one was a Willowgeist. 1 for a 1/1 trample whenever 1 or more cards leaves the graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on when Willowgeist dies, gain life equal to its power. So that's actually really interesting if you run a multicolor flashback or multicolor... I don't know. This looks like it could be potentially incredible. And it's foil. Pretty. Our foil is... Or, I mean, our token is a beast. I've got... Let's see. How many packs have I got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, we got a swamp that has the township inside there. It's very cool. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we got ourselves a Tavern Ruffian in the alternative form. We got a Bait Hook Angler. We got an Heirloom Mirror. I haven't seen that one transformed. What does that look like? Which turns into an Inherited Fiend. It's very nice. That goes here. We got ourselves Light Up the Night in our rare slot. Deals X damage to any target. Deals X +1 damage instead if that target is a creature or planeswalker with flashback. Very nice. Foil Clarion Cathars. Then we got our Day and Night token. What I wouldn't give for a cool pull. Forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tireless Hauler. We got a bunch of these guys. Candlegrove Witch. Tavern Ruffian. Rare is Can't Stay Away. Can't Stay Away. Foil is Turn the Earth. And this is possibly a list card? No, it's not. Right, we got a Plains. Commons and uncommons. Oh, nice. Jaren Corrupted Bishop. Mythic. He turns into a 6/6. Let's see what that is. He turns into Ormondal, the Corruptor. Flying, trample, lifelink, sacrifice another creature, draw a card. That's really very nice. How much does he cost? 2 and a black. At the beginning of your end step, if you have exactly 13 life, you may pay 4 and 2 black. That's eh. Bird Admirer. Bereaved Survivor. So we're going to look at that one, because that one's not one that I've seen before. Dauntless Avenger. And our rare is Ludovic. Necro Genius. And he transforms as well into Olag, Ludovic's Hubris. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty fair. And then in our final slot, we got a Eaten Alive in foil. Which, for the record, is not a bad card. And this was actually a list card, which we got Noxious Ghoul. An old Legions uncommon. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be it for the list cards, because we got 6 here. With a small likelihood of pulling a 7. All of which were highly disappointing, except for possibly the Muse. Signed art card. Another island. Some commons and uncommons. Dawnheart Rejuvenator. Kessig Naturalist. Turns into Lord of Ulvenwald. Ooh, I like that one. Shady Traveler. And another Willow Geist. Not bad, not bad. Maybe I gotta play some black-green. We got a Tireless Hauler in foil. And a Knowledge Pool as our final list card. That's not terrible. Pretty nice. Alright, last 2 packs, guys. Art card. Favorite swamp. Commons and uncommons. Ooh, okay, we got a rare in our alternative border slot here. Catilda Dawnheart Prime. Does not have Coven, so I'm not really sure what their prerequisite for the alternative border was, but that's interesting. Delver of Secrets, which turns into Insectile Aberration, and then followed by an Outland Liberator, which actually turns into a Frenzied Trapbreaker. Oh, I already knew that, didn't I? Curse of Shaken Faith. And in our foil slot, Novice Occultist. Another list card. An actual decent list card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless you return an untapped plains. Well, it's not great, but it's not bad. It's only okay. And it certainly isn't a Cavern of Souls. Wow. I am most impressed at this point with the lands. These are the only good cards in these packs, I've decided. Candlegrove Witch, followed by Covert Cut Purse, which turns into a Covetous Geist, followed by Harvest Tide Infiltrator. Oh, an epic. A mythic. Hostile. Put a soul counter on hostile. Then, if there are 3 or more soul counters on it, remove those counters to transform it. Then untap it. Activate only as a sorcery, and it becomes what? It becomes a Creeping In. A 3/7, whenever Creeping In attacks, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures exiled with Creeping In. Wow. And it phases out. That's kind of neat. And it's a Mythic. I will say, I definitely got more Mythics in this than I have in a long time with set boosters, but it's just, I don't know, I feel disappointed by this trash card. Alright, hold on. I have to check this, because this seems ridiculous. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. We didn't even break 36. We used to be... I'm used to getting 40 to 44 rares in a set booster box, and this, we didn't even break 36, which means we didn't even get as many rares as you could get in a draft set, and that's assuming that you don't pull a foil rare. So that is highly disappointing, and I would highly suggest not buying these set booster boxes. They are an absolute waste of money. Absolute waste of money. So that being said, I'm going to move into our pre-release box here so that we can see what kind of stamped card we get. We'll do this one rather quickly. Alright, so this is our stamped card. I'm going to pull that out off camera. Put that aside. I also have the code card, the die. I always end up getting the black and white one, which is just whatever. Okay, we got 6 more boosters. Let's hope. Let's hope. These ones are going to be set up as set boosters. So we got Wake the Slaughter, Wake 2 Slaughter, and an island. Okay, we have Curse of Surveillance, a swamp, Shipwreck Marsh, so we got our blue-black check land, not bad. Running out of time here. Falconwrath Pit Fighter. Sunstreak Phoenix, Mythic, not bad. Whenever it becomes night or night becomes day, you may pay 1 in red. If you do, return Sunstreak Phoenix from your graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. Not bad. A lot more garbage cards in this set. All right, and then we have Overgrown Farmland, which is the green-white check land. That was not as bad. I really do love pulling the lands here. We got a Mythic in here. Actually, I think we got 2. No, we got 1. Yeah, we got 1 Mythic. Yeah, so that's not bad. I definitely, the pre-release kit is slightly more palatable, probably because there's less cards. And then we're going to look at the final piece to this puzzle, which is the dated cards. So let's see what we got. Got a Sun Gold Sentinel. There's a couple cards in here. I'm not really sure. I'm sure they're probably tokens of some sort. So we're going to try and take a look at these. Whoa! Sorry about that, guys. Totally just hit my camera. Hello? Are we going to focus? There we go. So we got the Sun Gold Sentinel. We have a Day and Night Tracker. A couple of these. Oh, I see. Because they want you to... Yeah, okay. Just in case you want to transform. So Sun Gold Tracker. Or Sentinel. Alright, guys. That is a pre-release kit and a set booster box. Honest to God, if I were you and I was watching this video and you haven't purchased any sealed product yet, I would completely avoid the set booster boxes. They've changed up their format here, so they are definitely including a whole lot less value in them. And honestly, that was the only appeal to them in the first place. So really, it just takes away from the appeal to them. So yeah. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Hit me up in the comments below if you have any questions, comments, or anything like that. Again, if there's any negative comments, they're just going to be removed, so just keep them to yourself. If you feel the inclination to support me, I do have a Patreon under the same name, Uncommon Ramen, that you can check out. And guys, until next time, peace.